Twigge. BBC Radio Derby. Right, throughout today we'll be looking back on the extraordinary life of the Duke of Edinburgh. Prince Philip's funeral will take place this Saturday at Windsor Castle. St George's Chapel. Andy Broughton is an autograph collector from Derby and has some from the Duke of Edinburgh. And he joins us now. Good morning, Andy.
Morning, Andy.
How's your autograph book looking?
Oh, it's still boasting yours. It's still 10,001 at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know who you are. Yeah, I came to yours, obviously, way before lockdown. And you have, how many autographs have you got?
10,000 plus.
10,000. And I've walked up your stairs, and they're all up on the stairs. They're everywhere, aren't they? Absolutely everywhere. But
they are, yes. As I say, it was proud to have yours that day as well, Andy. The mayor said afterwards I could put that plaque up when it's up now that you visited here, so it's
fantastic.
People come and say Andy Twigge visited me.
Yeah, right. You've got a lot of royalty and politicians as well. Thatcher, I believe, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, you've got Margaret's. But what about? Let's get on to the Duke of Edinburgh. I thought they didn't give autographs. That's not right then, Andy?
They don't, as regards you asking them, you can't, like a film or a pop star, you can't go up to them and say, will you sign this, send them a picture to sign. Very rarely do they do that, and certainly Prince Philip never did that. He's one of the stricter rules that say, protocol says we don't give autographs, so the ones I got over the last 45 years when they came up for sale in various auctions. Sometimes they'll sign a bit of the photograph to commemorate a visit, and it'll go up on the wall. You may have seen him in hospitals, and Derby County has one of the Queen and Prince Philip, when they open the stadium. And when these places close down or they refurbish them, they come up for sale sometimes, and they go on the auctions, and a bit I've got them that way. Other people have been gifted signed photographs of the Duke because they work closely with him or for him. Like I've got a presentation photograph in a leather frame with his insignia at the top. The person it was gifted to died, and his daughter sold it. It cost £800 a few years ago. That was.
You paid £800 for it.
Yeah. I mean, there's another one I've got, which is the Queen and Prince Philip's wedding photograph from 1947. It's signed by Baron, the royal photographer as well, Elizabeth and Philip when she was the princess. That came up for sale from somebody that was very close to her, and that was £2,000. So you can see the rarity. It's not like an autograph where the ordinary television or film star. These are really, like I said to somebody the other day, it's like a work of art because you don't see them everywhere. They're very few and far between. So when you do get one, you really treasure them. It's a real asset. I admit I've got about 7 or 8 of the Duke of Edinburgh, and I'm very proud of them.
Have you really? Andy, I could talk to you all day. This is so interesting. How do they rank? How does his autograph rank in your collection then? Is it up there?
Oh yeah, with people always say to me, who's the best one sort of thing. I always say Princess Diana, solely because she did write to us, our family. My father died of cancer, and she sent a signed photograph to my mum, and that photograph's in my collection because my mum has now died. But the reason I say Diana is because she's timeless. Everybody always remembers it. The children today know who she is because we constantly remind her who she is. But up with her is the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Charles, people like that, the real senior royals, the future king. They're the sort of the pinnacle of the collection. And if anyone comes, they're always impressed to see them. The fact that he signed something, they can actually touch the frame and think, oh, Prince Philip's actually touched this. It's quite a nice feeling for them.
We've had a full weekend of coverage about the Duke now with all kinds of stories that people have let us know. Are there anything that you've learnt about him since then?
Nothing that's really surprised me. I mean, I thought he was a very, very hard-working man, and we were lucky to have him. But I also thought, importantly, he was a bit of fun. He would say things that other people could only think of, but he'd say and get away with it as a kind of joke. But everyone started laughing at it because with him, not at him, because he was funny. He was very, very witty as well. I think we're very, very lucky to have him as the consort over here. And we've only ever known the Duke of Edinburgh, haven't we? I mean, everyone in the country has seen known him as the Queen's
Absolutely.
husband, and we've grown up with him. Now he's gone. It's a massive void. We'll really, really, really miss him. I saw him once. I got invited to Charles and Camilla's wedding in
Pardon?
I got invited to Charles and Camilla's wedding in 2005.
You got invited to Charles and Camilla's wedding?
Yeah, well, I used to write to Camilla Parker Bowles before she was getting all the hassle and the grief from everybody. So I wrote to her and gave her support. She wrote lovely letters back saying I restored her faith in humanity. And because of that, as soon as they announced the wedding, I got a letter from her office saying that, because she'd been so supportive, she wanted to have a chance to come. So I went along with my sister from Lichfield to Windsor Castle that day. And it was 16 years to the day that Philip died on the same anniversary. Friday was the anniversary of their wedding. And we stood inside in front of the chapel at Windsor Castle where his funeral was going to be this week. And we stood right literally in front of where they all came out from the blessing. And the whole royal family were assembled before us. And we had a video camera. Richard and Judy had sent one up because I was going on their show on the following Monday. And so we took this video and we got all the royals. It was surreal to see them all there, but Prince Philip towering above everybody, and to see him there, it was a thing we'll never ever forget. It's an image frozen in time. We're so privileged to be able to go to that wedding that day.
You've just blown my socks off.
Yeah,
Andy, I'm speechless.
Yeah,
You went to Camilla and
she was just a really nice person. She sent me handwritten letters. Camilla did, and she said, so the actual word she used was, "You restored my faith in humanity." And I thought how sad that she got to a state where she had to say that to someone. But I was only saying nice things to her, what I thought about her, and what I've said about her has come true. People now kind of like her, don't they? She's replaced. Diana's gone. She will be the next queen, regardless of what people say or think. And she's a very nice person.
Andy, will you come on again sometime and talk to me about other autographs you've got?
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
just remind everybody how many you've got.
10,001 because of yours. I've got a side photograph.
10,001. He's so proud of the one with me.
You wrote on my photo, "It's nice to meet someone smaller than me."
There we go. Andy,
Andy,
thank you ever so much for coming on. You really, truly have amazed me today. Andy Broughton there from Derby, autograph hunter extraordinaire.
Andy Twigge, BBC Radio Derby.
Wow. Well, you learn something every day. Now, we are reacting to the death of